Good evening, Mr. Paul. How are you?
Good evening, Divam. Yeah, I'm doing well, except a little cough is there, but otherwise okay. What about you? How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm I'm actually enjoying myself now. Now that it's winter, not winter, but like in Mumbai, it's like chota summer. It's not that hot,
Okay.
so I don't call it winter. I call it chota summer because it doesn't get cold over here. It gets pleasant.
Pleasant weather,
Now
yes, right.
it's been raining for 2 days in Mumbai, and the temperature is 25 degrees.
Oh, it's nice. 25 degrees, very comfortable.
It's
Neither
pleasant,
hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to live in Pune, and in Pune, I think around from 4 o'clock in the morning till about 8 o'clock in the morning, it would be about 6 degrees, 10 degrees, something like that. And I miss it so much. I used to live there for a year, and I've experienced one winter over there, and I was like, it's so nice. I love winters, but here it's just not that cold. Like even right now, my AC is on, if you would believe it
Oh my God, AC is
or not.
on. That's
Yeah, but it can't really
so.
help it.
What is the lowest degree that you experience in Mumbai?
Like really early in the morning, around 3 or 4 in the morning, I think it goes down to 15, 16. I think. Let me just check lowest temperature in Mumbai. 25. It says 25. Yeah, 24. It says 24 is the lowest from Thursday to Wednesday. Yeah. Highest is 31, 32, and lowest is 24. So yeah,
Oh,
24
nice.
is the lowest it can get. Anyway, 30th Jan 2021. No, that was really long ago. Anyway, um, don't worry about that. So I have a question for you, Mr. Paul.
Yes,
In
I'm
your
ready.
opinion, no, it's not that serious. Obviously, you are living in Guwahati right now, but in your experience or in your opinion, do you think we are going to face a third wave of COVID?
I am not much aware about it, but the thing that happened since 3 4 days uh, back, our Sensex is getting down. So I am
Mhm.
losing a bit of money in stock market, and that's what I got to know. This is due to there is a news that the third wave is coming. So that's what is alarming for me.
Okay, so you got the news because of an external reason, which is the stock market. The stock market
Yes,
is
yes.
dipping. So you did your research and they said that they are predicting a third wave. That's why everyone is taking their money out of the stock market, right?
Yeah, yeah. There is news that some cases they have detected in South Africa,
Hmm.
and this is
UK
dangerous.
as well,
Okay, so this is the region, and I got to know that. So it is likely that third wave is coming.
which is a new variant, o- Omi,
Om,
Omi,
uh,
Omicron.
Omicron,
Omicron. Yeah,
Omicron.
Omicron. Okay. So Omicron is the latest variant, the
Yeah.
COVID 3.0, the new update, software update. So now we have to find a way to fight that as well.
Yes. We hope that Omicron does not make us to say, "Oh my God."
Yeah, definitely. Nobody wants to say, "Oh my God," when we think about Omicron. I'm also feeling a little scared because of this. Even though we should be prepared, we should technically have the facilities and the like. I think the general population is educated enough about this situation that we should be able to prevent it. But
Yeah.
then again, you know, I wouldn't say people are careless, but I would say that people can get unlucky and then get COVID. So hopefully this stays under control, and a little selfishly, none of my trips get cancelled in the next 3 months. Because I have plans to travel in the next 3 months, a couple of places, and I don't want them to get cancelled for whatever reason.
Yeah, sure, sure. When there is a plan, it should not get cancelled. There is a hope to visit so many places.
Yes, definitely. Like my wedding anniversary is coming up, 2 year anniversary, and we have planned to go to Andaman for New Year's, basically 31st December, for 6 days, and I fingers crossed, hopefully,
Yeah, yeah, it'll go
nothing
well.
happens to that.
So your wedding anniversary falls in December, sometime in December
Tomorrow, yeah.
or tomorrow. Okay, so happy wedding anniversary in advance.
Thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. So yeah, 3rd of December is my anniversary. But obviously, because of work, we can't just leave whenever we want. So the closest vacation is basically Christmas and that whole period of holidays. This is between 25th December to I think 5th or 6th Jan. So that is when we are planning to take a trip. And then obviously I want to go to Delhi as well in Jan, somewhere in Jan, maybe
Okay.
mid Jan. So hopefully we don't get a lot of cases.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the map over here on Google, and it says Maharashtra has had 9,500 cases between 18th November and 1st December. Now, this doesn't mention anything about which variant, so it could be the normal COVID as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in India, basically, we've had 128,000 cases between 18th November and 1st December, which is about, it's not a lot, it's 12, 13 days, I think. So that's still a lot of cases that we are dealing with. But let's pray that nothing
Yeah,
bad happens.
I think people will be very much careful this time because the second phase have taught us a lesson for not being careful. It was
Yeah, we lost
very,
a lot because
yeah,
of
we
that.
lost so many persons here, known persons, or from
People.
all parts of our peoples here. So all over the country, not only in our
Definitely.
country, but throughout the world. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So if you were, let's say, in charge of, you know, this situation or this pandemic, not like back then, now, let's say you just got the reins to a job or a post where you were in charge of coordinating with the authorities or, sending the message out to the public, what, advice would you give to the people or to the public?
Okay, so first advice will be whatever we are following till now, the normal things like wearing mask and keeping distance, it will be there, and
Hmm.
the actions that needs to be taken, because now that we are getting news, as you said, there are some cases in UK, and I told you that there are some cases uh, in
South
South Africa.
Africa.
Yes, so we should prevent those virus come from those countries to our country. So the main action will be to ban the flights
Yeah.
from those countries to our country. This will be the main thing to prevent.
Yeah, we don't want the new variant to migrate over here because,
Yeah,
uh, in my experience, at least in my area or around me, I see a lot of people and they just don't care about the mask anymore. They roam around with their friends. A lot of my friends also, I look at their Instagram stories and they're always out drinking every weekend with a lot of people in clubs and restaurants, right?
I think it's a human nature, you know. So after
Definitely,
sometimes
yes.
when you see that okay, now everything is going normal, why should I take be I mean afraid of such things? It happens
Yeah,
with me also. When the situation was grim. So I used to take wear masks regularly wherever I went. But now, in my case also, when I go outside, I do most of the time I don't wear. So this is
yeah.
what happens.
It's natural because we were so cautious for so long. Now I think mentally also we are drained. We're like, oh, why should I wear a mask? It's so annoying. Now I don't have to wear it, and you generally lower your guard, right?
Yeah,
Because the situation is not that serious anymore.
yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry.
hopefully I think
But
the next 15 days are really important because we need to make sure that the virus doesn't migrate to India. Because the
yeah,
second
this is the
we
main
get
thing. Yeah.
news that we had one case of Omicron, then it's going to be like the pandemic all over again. Like now
Yeah.
we have to shut everything again, make sure it doesn't spread more than, let's say, 1,000 people. Because once one case is there, that is, it takes so long to kind of what do you say, detect that case. That by that
Yes.
time already, like, you can assume that X number of people have already been affected or infected by that particular
Yes.
variant.
Yes.
Okay. So what else do you want to talk about? Tell me.
Okay, I just want to know something about you. It is not about talking only. If you can share some kind of knowledge about this thing. Earlier, I saw a video involving you that you are talking about cryptocurrency. So I do not know much about it. Even now, also, I don't know much about it. But I got interest recently, and I was just searching how it works. So there I got to know some terms like what is called cryptocurrency and blockchain, like that.
Blockchain. Okay.
Yeah. So recently there is news that there are some currencies that government is going to ban in India. So the coins went down for 2 3 days. The value of the coins went down. So what is your view about that? Whether, I mean, your personal view, it is not that it has to have to be a correct one or be a, right.
Obviously, I'm not a professional, so my
Yeah,
opinion
yeah.
doesn't really
That's your,
hold that much weightage. Yeah. Um, I am clueless about cryptocurrency. I was clueless about cryptocurrency. So I did a little bit of research. So basically, cryptocurrencies right now, they're all battling because they're predicting that in the future, the dollar, the rupee, all these currencies are not going to be that mainstream. Like, they're not going to be the primary, source of transaction. The difference between cryptocurrencies and normal traditional currency is that traditional currencies are governed by the government. They are controlled by the government. So if the government wants to raise the value of a currency, they can kind of decline the supply and kind of do that, right?
yes, yes,
That's why we say that whenever new notes are printed, the value of the currency goes down because there's so much more to do.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I saw some really, really funny reels. Like, I saw this girl. It was like, I think she was a teenage girl, and she was quite innocent. She didn't know anything. So she was saying, if people don't have money, why don't we just print more money? And some financial analyst on Instagram or on TikTok, one of these platforms, he was an influencer, and he was very offended by that statement. He was like, using that stupid. If it was that easy, we would have done it, right? So to mock her, he made this video where he said, he made this video, so he kept it. He's like, okay, monkey have one banana. If
Yes,
monkey have one banana, banana precious because there is not enough banana to go around. If monkey have 10,000 banana, banana
yes,
are not precious anymore. So when I saw that reel, I was laughing so hard because I was like, he explained the concept really well, right? Because if there's more of it, the value of it decreases. That's the whole point of diamond, gold, precious metals, currencies, the same thing.
yes,
But
yes,
it was so funny when I saw that. But my point is basically, at this point, cryptocurrencies are battling it out, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. There are, I think, over 2,000 cryptocurrencies that are in the market. And
yeah,
people are saying that at some point we are going to switch over to cryptocurrencies because cryptocurrencies are not governed by anyone. They're
yes,
independent. Okay.
yes,
So the value cannot be artificially altered or it cannot kind of be manipulated. Okay. So this is called having nodes, NODES. So currencies, like traditional currencies, have a centralized node, which is the government. Everything
yes,
has to go through the government. When cryptocurrency, you don't have to talk to anyone to get more money. You can mine it. Again, I don't know how the mining process works. I'm also very, very, this is like my beginner's research, okay? So don't
yes,
take my word for anything.
yeah, no, yes, okay.
You have to mine the cryptocurrency to earn it, and then you can spend it like wherever they are currently accepting cryptocurrency. So the governments are scared that this sort of cryptocurrency movement or interest by the population is going to kind of, see, at the end of the day, government wants control, right?
Yes,
So whether it's control over taxes, your transactions, they need to know what's going on so they can kind of help us with the security part. Because if someone is making very um, suspicious investments, like, you know, again, I can't think of an example, but my point is the government is scared that the cryptocurrency is going to take over and the traditional currency's value is going to fall down because no one is going to use it, right? Then at the end of the day, it will just become paper, and it's not money anymore; it's just paper.
Yes.
So I think that's why a lot of governments are banning it. A lot of public banks in the US have terminated without alerting the clients. They've shut down bank accounts. People who have paid money to buy cryptocurrency. So let's say you want to buy cryptocurrency, right? You'll download an app or you'll go to a website and you'll buy, let's say, half a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is expensive. It's I think $30,000 per Bitcoin, right? So let's say you put in all your life savings and you buy half a Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
But if you have to make that transaction through your bank because you don't just have $15,000 kept in your wallet, like or in your cupboard.
Right.
So if you made that transaction in America, a lot of people's bank accounts have been shut because that transaction has been labeled like suspicious activity or something that is illegal activity, which I don't think is correct. But then I also understand that they are trying to, stop this whole trend. So it's just a massive gamble, honestly. People are just like, Bitcoin is going to be the next big currency. How the US dollar is internationally accepted, Bitcoin will be internationally accepted. That's what people are saying. So the value of the crypto increases when people think that, okay, this is going to be the primary currency. And then it decreases when people start believing in other currencies. So it's always like a fight between cryptocurrencies on. I hope that answers your question. I don't.
No, it's okay. Right. I have got so many information from you. Right. So now the situation is that suppose I buy cryptocurrency and I make some profit. So right now, I think I don't have to pay any tax on this.
You have to. You have to. Even though we are in a gray area in India, whether it's not legal and it's not illegal also, at the end of the day, it is still a capital gain. You are earning profit on something. And regardless of where you're earning the profit from, all profit has to be taxed. So if it is under 1 year, it will be taxed around, again, it depends from person to person according to their income and their income bracket. But I think 1 year is 18% or 20%. And if it's over 1 year or after 1 year, if you sell it, it switches from short-term capital gain to long-term capital gain. And then it becomes, I think, 12% or something like that. There's a small difference. But yeah, it is still capital gain, regardless of whether the government has accepted it as an actual investment policy or not.
So these exchanges like CDS Coin, WazirX, so they have to send the report to the government or the bank that this person are making this much profit. I mean, the transactions. So they have to report. Otherwise, how the government would know? In case of say stock market, so they get the report from the concern. I think BSC or the CDSL like that. So here, in order to impose tax on those transactions, they should get regular information from the concerned exchange.
Well, yes, technically it's an agent, right? So the agent will send the information to the government. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, again, I don't know anything about it, but the way the world works, I think the company that does any sort of transaction, whether it's a stock broker, cryptocurrency broker, they have to send their transactional details to the income tax or any sort of financial authority just to make sure that their transactions are above board and they're not doing anything illegal. But I don't think they use that data to tax you. I think they use your own data because when you fill your IT returns, you have to kind of send your passbook, right? Your bank details, your passbook, all the transactions that have happened over the year. And then when they see an amount coming in to your account, which is a huge amount or it's not that big, regardless, I think what they do is they check your statements and then they tax you according to that.
Now, this is one thing that you have to give information while filing your tax return
yes.
on your own. That is one thing.
Yes.
Suppose you are concealing that there are some transactions happen, you make some profit, but you are not giving the information to the government. So how they would come to know? So this will happen only if the concerned exchange give them information. Otherwise, they would not get information and they cannot impose. That's what I
Definitely.
was, because
I don't
it
think
is,
the government would let the app function if they did not share that information, because then the government would not know what they're doing, right? They could be trading in crores of rupees and just show that I won 10 lakh rupees, right? So I think in terms of their own discrepancies, or like what do I say? I think there's a word for that. They have to follow the laws or the guidelines provided to them as a financial institute, as a broker. So they have to do that. But my point is, as an individual, if the government is taxing you, they will not use that record because they will still have the record because they're separate departments, right? Now, if you are filing income tax, the income tax department will kind of have your information.
yes, yes.
Um, but if the broker is giving the government information, it will not give it to income tax. It will give it to SEBI, or it will give it to um, any institute that is financially overlooking other brokers or other financial companies, institutions.
Actually,
Again,
what
I have no
happened
idea.
a few years back? So what I did, I opened a Demat account with one broker in the name of my wife, and I made some transactions. Though I did not make much profit, but the transaction was huge in terms of like that. Suppose today I bought some stocks at up for 1 lakh rupees. So I made profit, say 1,000 only. I, I bought and again I sold, just making 1,000. So that whole transactions comes to 2 lakh 1,000. So this way it comes a huge amount. Turns out
Yeah,
a
because in
huge
the
amount.
books it shows incoming is 10 lakhs, but the
Yeah,
profit is just 10,000.
yeah. So there is a huge transactions during one particular year, though there was not much profit. So I go, I got a letter from the income tax office that there was a transaction happened in this account, this much, this. They also gave them amount also, and they asked to submit the report, and they gave one what to say website name and their website and the where to place the report like that. So
But
like
doesn't the bank have to report every transaction over 1 lakh 99,000?
I don't know about this
Yeah,
actually,
so the
but
bank, every time
they
you spend money, or you get an income, or sorry, you get an amount over 99,000, or you withdraw an amount over 99,000, they have to make a separate report of it and kind of send it to the authorities. I don't know which department, so authority, where the authority will see, they will look at your like transactions or your bank account details and determine whether it's suspicious or possibly illegal or whatnot. And the burden of proof is always on the person, that you have to prove to us why it's not illegal.
yes. So after getting that letter, then I just visited the website and gave the report that there was no much profit worth that that makes it to give income tax.
Hmm.
So after that, the matter was over.
Was
So
resolved.
yeah,
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, this is something. See, now that you are interested in this, that you want to have a conversation and you want to ask questions, it's good because you can spend that time on online and kind of understand how this works. So I also had that curiosity. That's why I used to work in the jewelry business with my parents, like with my dad technically. So we would have transactions that were a little big. So I know a little bit about banking, that they have to report this. They have to kind of tell you if something is, a couple of things here and there I don't know. But I'm not into investing. Like I don't have enough money to invest technically. So I don't really know the rules that
so
well.
the report was from the income tax department. So
Yeah, definitely. Has to be.
what I believe that they got the information from the concerned, concerned broker, like say Zerodha. Now Zerodha is very popular one, or
Hmm.
Reliance. I was using Reliance money that as a
Yeah.
tutor. So they are they have to. I think they have to report to the government. I mean the income tax department regularly.
Yeah. That's why
What
you
are
have to do your KYC, right? Because your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, everything
yes,
is linked. So technically, if they open your name or your Aadhaar card, all the transactions should show, regardless of whether it's in Reliance Money, Google Pay, Paytm, SBI, ICICI, everything should show up basically.